Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Um, Remedy H. Remember? Oh shit! Remember when I talked about on a video or a few videos that I've done? If you guys been paying attention, if you've been on my channel for a while, you guys been knowing that I've been saying that you know paying attention to July and August. When this year was starting, I literally say pay attention to July and August. I didn't say no dates or anything like that. Just pay attention to around like July and August. And guess what? And you see all this shit that's happening around July. You know, the Georgia Guidestones got messed up. Cows fucking got died and shit like that, and a whole bunch of stuff. Even it's still things are happening right now too. If you've been watching stuff from obviously from Orion TV, also, orcs are burning up into flames right now. So so it's getting ready to for all of this. It's already getting ready for this shit to transpire already. You know, and and many months ago when I talked about pay attention to August, all of a sudden, I watched a video of a guy decoding Nope, and obviously I was watching it but not paying too attention, not that much because I was doing stuff in my room and stuff like that. You know how it is. And then I watched it again, and I was like, he was decoding Nope and everything like that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I saw Grammy H's talking about it, and then I'm just like, wait a minute. I don't know why it just didn't dawn on me, even though I was just looking at a stream, my fucking face. That's how I know I wasn't paying attention even twice, because I was just doing shit and other shit in my mind. You know how it is, people. You know when you watch something, it's just something in your mind that you're thinking about too, and you're like, holy shit, why is this like so? I don't know why that happened to me, but hey, it happens, I guess, right? So when the guy was decoding it, the video is called "Nope" is a part of a puzzle that is a coded message. Yes, it's basically a message to these orcs. If you saw the whole movies that the guy that made Nope, if you see the movies how they were decoded and stuff like that, and then they kept talking about like the 29th and all that stuff about like August and stuff, and even Grammy H pointed out that you have until like August 25th, and we set that, and I've heard him set that like while ago. I'm not gonna say months, but a while ago, and then remember the stuff that I said about, hey, remember pay attention to July or August or maybe both, and then shit happened in July, and now all this stuff that could happen in August. Um, I'm not saying anything. You know, all I'm saying is that these wicked ones have a time frame, and their time frame is already up. It's already over for them. Okay, we can clearly see it. You can clearly fucking see it. They're all fucking terrified as a motherfucker right now. Their people are dying left and right, and it's going to get worse for them. Okay, seriously, like Grammy H said in the video, like they had to prove that their money system was better than Corbin. They haven't proved it. They haven't. And he's been saying that for. I remember him saying that. Oh, they have until August and stuff like that. And literally, I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, we're in July, we're in August. Literally, I'm just like getting like grounded to the fact that I'm like, holy shit, we're actually in July right now. Holy shit, August is next month. Even though yes, I am paying attention to that fucking calendar and shit, but at the same time, I'm just like not really paying attention. I'm just doing me, looking at the stuff that's happening around the planet, obviously like that, connected to nature, meditating. But when stuff happens like this, I'm just like, oh my god, holy shit! Like, and I've told you guys too that Mother Nature has told me literally when I meditated, she literally told me, you don't have to make YouTube videos anymore. This is it. You're done. You're done. You don't have to do anything. You know, because Isa's wisdom, I think she pointed us out that eventually we all get just the confirmation of like Mama just telling us, it's basically over. So it's just you could still continue making YouTube videos if you want. That's just me what I'm saying right now. Right now, as of right now, sorry, but and and you could just not do it. YouTube videos, I mean. So I was planning not to do it, and already you guys have been seeing me lately. I mean, I just keep coming back, and now I'm putting more videos now, mainly because earlier I wasn't making as much videos because, like I said in that video not so long ago, I told you guys that that when I got the confirmation from my higher self and mother when I was meditating and stuff like that, of like, oh, time is up, so you basically don't have to make YouTube videos anymore. You could if you want to, but to be quite honest, like, it's time for you to get prepared. You already been doing it, doing the walk and all this shit, but right now it's time to crack down and break down, and sooner or later we're gonna get these motherfuckers. And I'm just like looking at it, looking at that that thought bubble that you have in your head, something from your higher self and shit like that. You just look at it, absorb it, you just think about it, and you're like, wow. You just like in awe. Because that's how you know you're in tune with yourself, man. I don't care if no one says if you, oh, you can do stuff that people, sorry, something's happened there. You could do stuff that people, you probably can do stuff that people say do not do. But again, if you're not in tune and spiritual with yourself, connected to nature, all I have to say is that look at stuff like Serious Temple puts and Gravity H, and if you follow those guys, I think you'd be fine. To be honest, especially if you've been like looking at their past videos and stuff like that, and especially Serious Temple because he's put stuff on his channel that I look back on, and I'm just like, I learned a lot on my channel, and I did stuff too, like started meditating more because of his channel, so thank you for that, oh shit, fuck. But and also Revenue H also pointed out about what happened at the Capitol, when they blamed Trump about the people going there and all that shit. Remember in this channel, in the TheSkullKlown, this exact channel, obviously this video would be in my other channels like Orc Channel and all that stuff, but in this specific channel, you guys specifically know that I went to the Astrodome and destroyed the Capitol in the Astrodome because they took my fucking YouTube channel. So I went to the Astrodome and literally destroyed their shit. I destroyed it. And then a few, I think, weeks later or a month later, automatically it's on the news that the Capitol is on fire because of the Trump supporters and shit like that. And then Remedy H talks about it and just got me going again of like, I'm like, I did that shit. There's no coincidence that I meditated and I did that in the Astrodome and I beat the living shit out of these motherfuckers and I destroyed that shit, and then all of a sudden it just caught on fire. There's no coincidence when it comes to that. I'm sorry. I know I did that shit. I know I did. And when I told my friend that, my friend is like, yo, if you say that on YouTube videos, you do got to be careful. And I told him, I see where you're coming from, bro. I respect you and I see what you're trying to say because, you don't want nothing to happen to me. But I told him this too, that they will have to prove that I turned into a fucking giant freaking dragon to destroy their shit. And that's what I did. I turned into a fucking dragon. They would literally have to come at me and be like, this is you, but me turning into a dragon. They would never do that. And when I told him that, he's like, you're right. They would never do that. Because he knows that if they did, then that would more confirmation of me knowing that I'm right anyways. And I already know I'm right. So them coming to me and be like, is this you and shit, doesn't have to be no confirmation. But if they did that, I would have even more confirmation of like, yeah, I already like knew all this time, basically. Something that but it's one of those things, But yeah, I turned into this shit. I turned into this dragon, man. I turned into that in the Astrodome. And I completely annihilated that shit. Completely destroyed it. That shit was nothing when I was done with it. And I was sitting. I was sitting on my ass destroying that shit. Destroying the fence. The people were shooting at me and shit. I was like, squashing them like fucking cockroaches and shit. You guys can look at my past videos in the TheSkullKlown channel. It is there, and it would give you a picture of a Conzilla being. All right, that's what I could turn into. All right, it's part of nature, and it's not hair, it's ether. It's ether. Hair. Like it's not fur, basically. It's ether. You know, that. Why do you think some brothers and sisters literally said that some of all Hispanics, basically so-called Hispanics, can turn into monsters, like beings that you'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah, some of us can turn into stuff like that. Not all of us, obviously. You know, but each of us are different at the end of the day. But this is stuff I want to point out because you gotta know who you are, and you gotta know what's going on around here, and you gotta know too that when you know shit is about to end and it's about to be over, you know. You would know. You would. You don't need no dates. You don't need no fucking time, in my opinion. When you see it here, especially when you look around you and you analyze what's happening to the planet, you're like, especially when you're meditating and you got confirmation from higher realms that this shit's done. You don't have to do no videos if you don't want to. I'm all like, this is probably going to be done in 2022. I say probably. Don't be like, oh, it didn't happen. Don't be like that, man. I said probably. Listen to my fucking goddamn words, man. Cause I'm saying, analyze this shit, people. You gotta analyze. You gotta see what's going on around here. Okay? Seriously. Like I said before, pay attention to July and August. And July has been a crazy fucking month, hasn't it, for these fucking motherfuckers? So imagine in August. Imagine in August. You heard what Remedy H said. Look at the video of again, look at the video that I just talked about of Nope is a part of a puzzle that is coded in mysteries. In a coded message, not mysteries, sorry. Coded in a message. Look at that video. And then if you want to look at another video, look at games are not being games are being played. That is if you want to. So but still look at the Nope one. Because it's really, really good. Shout out to Remedy H, you know, great guy. And someone did comment on my video saying that maybe I should build in other places too, and I'm like, why didn't like I'm all paying attention to one area. I could just like yes, I have been building like mini ones like around places, you know, when I was getting into that stuff. But I haven't done it in a while. I know I've been building on one area, but still, um, I understand why I haven't been doing that, and also why I should be doing that. You know, so there's that. Anything else I could talk about? I'm trying to think more. Just realize that the guys that we're there. Okay, it's already hot for these motherfuckers. Do you really think they're gonna be around here in 2025? They're promoting stuff for 2025 and shit like that, and in 2024, and I'm just laughing my fucking ass off. Like, what do you guys have? When you all of this entertainment shit you guys are promoting, you guys should fucking stop. You guys are fucking done, done. All right, and most people are like, but you're just doing it for those people that are not awake and shit like that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck at this point. Okay? These motherfuckers can't even fucking go outside. So what do you think is going to happen by 2023? This year is not even over yet. We're in July. Sooner or later, going to be in August. Soon. In August. And just like not so long ago, I was just about to watch the fucking video of the Apocalypse trailer of the sneaker one. Hold on, guys. I know it's pitch black here. Sorry about that. I ate not so long ago, so. Let's see. Yo, these women that are wearing these Foot Locker outfits, stop wearing them so tight, ladies. You're doing a job. You're not at a strip club. I'm dead serious. Because are you doing a job or you're trying to get someone up your ass. Which one is it? I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Seriously, especially if you're just doing it for views and shit like that, and that's a thumbnail. Women, come on, respect yourself. Seriously, dude, how's a man supposed to respect you if you're going to treat yourself like that? You know, the only time you should be doing that shit is with your own man in the bedroom. To be quite honest with you, because that's the only time you should be acting that type of. To be honest, that's what I like to call it. All right. So yes, the Foot Locker Apocalypse trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, it is quite a trailer. Quite a trailer. Now, maybe I should lower it a bit because I can show you guys. Now, obviously, I probably might cut back and everything like that, but as you can see here, meteor storm, zombie epidemic, and this best movie ever. Yes, they're telling you that this is going to be better than all the movies that you fucking goddamn seen. Like literally, you see all of this shit, all these buildings fucked up and everything like that. You see like a Cthulhu tentacles and shit like that. Look at that. We got all Anunnaki's brothers and sisters up there. You know, this shit's happening soon, guys. All right. You know, for kind of loud. They already made that movie Nope for a reason, alright? And I haven't watched it yet, but I really do want to watch it. I really do. So look at that. It's the week of greatness. What you doing? And you see how they're showing, you know, all people here too? You see how this orc is just like, this is happening. This is really happening. This is what's gonna happening. Fucking product placement of Coca-Cola and shit. So, uh, you got these freaking zombie shits and look, I want you guys to like know something. When you show these zombies, there's different types of zombies. All right, I want you to know that there could be a zombie that is just a robotic zombie, you know. And I saw a video too that was talking about the movie I Am Legend when they show the zombies. That was literally there's a reason why they have a so-called black character in that movie. They're literally telling you. I don't know why I didn't think about that when I was younger when I first saw that movie. I was even telling myself, what's this movie really about? Telling you that what's going to happen to these orcs, and for us, and we're like the only ones out here. You know, Will Smith was like the only brother probably in that city. If not, all of them fucking went somewhere or died. Who knows what the fuck happened to them? But he was the only one there, and eventually, yeah, he met this, you know, woman and child there. I can't remember if they were color people or something like that. I can't remember right now, but that movie alone is just telling you what is happening, what will happen, you know. So, and there's a lot of stuff that these wicked ones have planned that they can't do anyways. Like I said before in other videos. So, you guys don't have to be worried or anything like that. You know, if you've been like so many people are worried about what's happening to the planet, but they don't even know what's actually happening to the planet. You know, and what is coming. They're more worried about global warming and shit like that than what's actually going to happen soon. And then they won't even think about that global warming. They won't. They won't. They won't think about that because they'll be like, oh my god, everything that I've been knowing is a fucking lie. So, you know, it's kind of funny that this commercial is like this. It's almost like saying that, yeah, when this shit goes down, it's almost like saying, yeah, when this shit goes down, you guys are still going to be fucking shopping and not paying attention. You know, look at this. And this guy, not with us anymore, obviously. Look at that. You see that? You see that shit? They'll even show that. They even showed you that in the movie Nope, where when the girl is running away and that UFO is trying to drag her. They showed it in the trailer. It had to be a UFO because, you know. So I'm just going back and forth here because I don't want to get a copyright on this fucking thing just because of this fucking video. I mean, yeah. So, and then this one right here. This is really good right here. Look at what this guy says. Exactly. Exactly. It's the end of the world, but it's a week of greatness. All right. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. You see, this is what's gonna happen, and this is me right here. This is literally me just leaving out of my own fucking house and just walking. Obviously, I have some stuff with me, everything like that. But yeah, that's gonna be plenty of us brothers and sisters. While everyone else is panicking and all that, we're just walking ahead, chilling, building, moving on, and doing what we need to do. You know, look at that. Right. The only thing is they don't show in this trailer is literally us fighting these orcs and flying around and doing what we are, you know, who we are, basically. Us transforming into monsters and everything like that. They're not showing that in this trailer. That's how you know they're showing you what's going to happen, but they're not showing you fully what you're going to see. I mean, they already kind of showed you a monster with Cthulhu's tentacles there, so they already kind of telling you that monsters are going to come, and they already showed you that in the Stranger Things. People have been talking about Stranger Things lately, so yeah, when you watch Stranger Things, it is like the underground is basically the astral realm. It is, and by the end of Stranger Things season 4, if you haven't seen it, spoilers. So I'm going to say it right now: 3, 2, 1. The physical ward, the astral goes to the physical ward, and everyone in Hawkins is like, "What the fuck?" And then go on to the next season and stuff like that. When I saw that shit, I'm like, you see, they putting this stuff out there right now because they're telling you this shit is happening at your lifetime, motherfucker, in your lifetime, all right? And I already told her, you know, Mother Cosmos and shit like that. I'm like, this shit is not going to happen when I'm 30. This shit's going to happen when I'm 20 fucking 9 years old. Because these motherfuckers are going to get the fuck out of here before I'm fucking turn 31. How about that? Because when I'm 29, these motherfuckers, I'm going to fight these motherfuckers. Alright? And by I'm 30, they'll be either gone or almost gone. Because by the end, for crying out loud, man, like I'm saying, it's getting hotter every day, every second, every minute. So you mean to tell me you want these motherfuckers to stay while they're fucking all zombie-like and everything like that? Even then, they still won't be taking the energy of the sun. They still be dying. Even if it turns nighttime, I don't care what no one says, it's gonna be that hot that they won't even be taking it. Because all the shit that they use to cool to cool it down a little bit at night won't be around. It won't be around. So obviously it's going to get hot. And obviously they won't be able to take it. You know? It makes sense, doesn't it? Call a spade a spade. You know? If this happens, obviously this will happen. And if that's happened, that will happen. You know? So, and it says it right here. It's a week of greatness. Yeah, just think about this, guys. When this happens, it's the week of greatness. Just remember that. When this shit goes down, it's gonna be the week of greatness. It is. It really is. Some people think that this... The thing is, too, there's one thing I want to point out. Supposedly, this was supposed to happen millions upon millions years forward. Supposedly. Even though the Hopi prophecy literally predicted that would happen in our lifetimes. It's kind of funny how that happens, right? The Hopi prophecy pointed out what happened in our lifetimes, but there's plenty of other people that literally said that this, like what you guys did, was supposed to be last for like 1,000 years and shit like that. You guys sped it up really fast because all of you guys have been meditating, and I'm just over here like, so who's really lying here? Who's really telling the truth here? I'm not going to mention names here, but I just want to mention that because when you hear that shit, you're like, but the Hopi prophecy meant this. Well, said this actually. They already knew what generation was going to go through that. What do you think during the 90s they were trying to suppress the 90s children? The 90s children were literally the chosen ones. I was born in the 90s. I was a 93 baby. All your 90s kids are literally chosen ones, or literally the ones to change the fucking shit out here. Not to say some 80s or 70s or anything like that, but majority of the 90s, man. What do you think they call them, like, star children or shit like that? You know, indigo children and shit like that. They knew. They knew that more ancestors were going to come around that time. Because in the higher realms, man, we're all sick of this shit. We're all sick of this shit. I am. I'm fucking sick of this shit. And my soul is too old. I am too old as a soul being, basically. I am tired beyond fucking belief. I just want this shit to be over so I can fucking go to sleep. Literally, not go to sleep, rest. Fucking retire and shit like that. I'm not saying I'm not gonna build or anything like that. No. I'm just gonna, like, have the new generation take care of these wicked ones, basically. Because I'll just be here just... Because, look, I'm ancient as all fuck, and these wicked ones don't want nothing from me. For crying out loud, they don't want to utter my name. That's how much they are scared of me, man. I have taken their families, their children. I have taken all these wicked ones out in the astral realm and shit, and other shit. And the thing is, too, I know some people might be like, oh, but in the astral realm, this and that. And I'm like, guys, you don't know my experience. And look, I could see your point of view and all that, but once it comes to the experience that I went through, you were never, you're not gonna, I'm not saying you're not gonna agree with me or anything like that. You're just not gonna have the same experience as me because we all have different experiences, what we went through here. I have fought literally a Draco before, man. That thing was fucking huge. Alright? And I wasn't planning to fight any of these wicked ones. It just happens. Alright? You just get called for things that you get called. And I know some people might be like, you gotta be careful with this and that. But guys, I never had like any like every time they grab me like this or anything like that, they never like literally they never actually tried to put like a curse on me or anything like that. Or possess me and shit like that. Maybe they tried to, but maybe I was fast enough to fucking destroy them and shit. Because I could turn into a dragon too. Into a fucking kaiju-sized Godzilla. So, either way, they'll be fucked. You know? Like, that's why I'm talking about knowing thyself. If you know who you are, do you really need to worry about all this shit that you go to the ashram and these motherfuckers try to do shit? When I took out some ley lines around here where I live at, they literally came out through a portal and grabbed me. I talked about this story before. One of them grabbed me. He was like a fucking lizard thing that you see in the Spider-Man movie. The Amazing Spider-Man movie with Andrew Garfield. He was like that tall, but a little bit taller. You know? He was wearing like a suit and stuff. Not like a suit, like with a tie and shit. No, he was wearing like some type of space suit or something like he can go through portals and stuff like that. He could probably took this atmosphere or something like that. Or the frequency of whatever he was in. But he just grabbed me. He was like, "You little fucking shit!" And I'm like, "Holy fuck!" And I had to like kick him, and I like spin like that, basically, kind of like the part when Aang is tied up to his former avatar, and Katara is like, "Hey, maybe it would be good to show you your L bending," and he had to like flip around like this and shit like that, and then it's like, "You are the avatar," shit like that. So that's what I did when I was fighting them and shit like that. And yeah, like that's why I call myself the Draco Slayer, because I have slayed a lot of Dracos before. I have slayed orcs and greys. The thing is too, I've slayed more Dracos and I say a little bit of orcs than greys, because I have fought greys before. Just it's so random that I fought them once, to be quite honest. When they came, when I saw them and they started fighting me, I'm all like, what the like. That's when I turned into a dragon that time, and I just stomped on all of them. There was a whole bunch of them, and I didn't care. I did not care. Some of them was crawling on me and shit, but again, I'm like fucking Godzilla, man. I'm like, they all got fucked up. They all got fucked up, right? And again, I made plenty of videos of that too, you know. But in my other channel, the old channel that these guys took out, I had so many videos of me explaining all of this shit. That's why I wish I can link to you guys to some of these videos, because it won't do justice of some of the experience that I've talked about. Because my other channel, if you saw some of the stuff that I started talking about, enlightenment stuff or spiritual stuff, or started getting deep inside of me, you would start seeing the growth that I was growing and growing and growing and growing. I looked at my first videos and stuff like that. I'm all like, damn, I didn't know nothing, nothing when I saw my first quote unquote enlightenment video. But I don't think I called it enlightenment video at the time. I mean, I tagged it that, but eventually I didn't know what it was until I eventually put it in the playlist and stuff like that. Let me tell you one of the dreams I had a long time ago. This is how I know I was, like something. Because these wicked beings wanted me to join them once. They wanted me to sacrifice a baby, to be honest. There was, the Abraham Lincoln statue? His legs open like a fucking garage. I'm not playing with you. His legs open like a garage. And I went in and they had like a spiral stairs and shit like that. Actually, no, not spiral stairs. Stairs that go down. So you keep going down and all of a sudden you see like rows around you, and then you start seeing like fucking people wearing hoods and shit, like all red and shit like that. I couldn't even see their faces. They were all like hood and shit like that. You know that part in Hunchback of Notre Dame when the main villain's like he's doing his singing part, and then you see all the red robes around him and shit like that. It looked exactly like that, exactly like that. You know. And have you even seen that picture with the Illuminati throne, which you probably can find it online. Just type in Illuminati throne and you see like an almost like an like something there, like you could put like anything there, like for a sacrifice or something like that, and then you have like people surrounded on you. That's what I saw in my dream. And it's funny too, because the next day I saw a picture of that online, and I'm like, that's what I saw in my dream, the exact same thing. And some guy in a suit came in, and he's like, oh, it's time and all that shit. And I told him that, no, I'm not going to do this and shit like that. And they even told me too that even if they wanted to, they couldn't kill me. That was a long time ago, before I was knowing more about thyself. I remember I made that video, and so many fucking religious people were like, "Oh, put your heart into Christ, put your heart into Jesus." And I'm just like, even back then, I was looking at it. I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And that was around the time where I was still quote unquote religious, but I was still finding my spiritual stuff. So I was leaving the religious stuff slowly, So when I had that dream, I was just like, you know, um, I don't tell a lot of people it, but I remember when I first told my mom, and she was like, "Oh, we need to go to church and shit like that," and eventually you start growing up and you start telling yourself, "I'm not going to tell my friends or family about none of this shit, because they were just going to use shit that the Orcs taught them, and nothing else." Yeah, basically. So I I just I just I don't know what else to like say, because that dream, that what when I saw it just stuck to me ever since. They told me that I was a prince, obviously, and I already knew that I was a prince. I told them too that I even told them too, like even a long time ago. I'll say this, like around 2016 or 17. I literally told them that I might be a prince, but I'm not your fucking prince. I'm a prince of something else. I'm a prince of my own shit. So, and one time too, I went to the star constellation of Taurus, and I'm not lying about that. I literally meditated. And I went to the star constellation of Taurus, and a lot of people asked me, "Oh, what type of beings you saw?" Like I said, I didn't take a good look at them, but they look different types of beings. Some look ferocious, some of them don't. Some of them look like that. Some of them, if you think of the movie Doom, some of them look like that. Not all of them, but some of them do. All right, some of them, not all of them. But and then I saw a woman that looked like Azula from Avatar. She even dressed the same and everything like that. And I was fighting her, which is kind of funny. I'll get to that soon. I found out that she's actually something more than being friends. I'm just saying that right now. When you in tune and spiritual with yourself, and you find when I'll just say this, it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't like, oh, I was looking for someone or anything like that. I literally went to the Astrodome, went to the constellation of Taurus, because that is supposed to be like a place that warriors go to battle. And I went there, and there was an arena, and warriors were battling. And I turned into a fucking giant serpent there. I turned into a fucking dragon there. And I literally destroyed basically all their competition. And the guy that owned that place, his daughter was fighting me. Yeah, the daughter that the woman that looked like Azula. I'm not playing with you guys. When I saw that shit, I'm like, this is like fucking. This is like Avatar with Azula's dad and her mixed with fucking Thor Ragnarok when Thor was meeting the Hulk. You know, imagine those two. That's what I saw That's what I saw when I fucking projected myself all the way to the star constellation of Taurus, and I saw all of this stuff happening. People were like, yeah, because there was a battle happening, like an arena and shit like that. When I saw all of that shit, I'm like, I was literally telling myself, should I even be here? Should I just leave? Maybe this is not a good idea. That's the first time I ever told myself, this is not a good idea that I just did. But I thought I was going to hurt myself, and I thought I was just, because I thought something bad was going to happen, you know? But I was positive. I kept going. I kept pushing through, and I made it out of there. I did. I made it out of there. And the owner that owned all of that shit, once I left, I literally heard in the back of my ear. Once I left, he was like, "Who the fuck is this guy? Who is he?" He have seen like many freaking fighters and shit like that, but he never saw a fighter like me. I'm dead serious. And then one time, his daughter just, his daughter just became what she became. I'm not gonna get into details of it, because even if I did, someone's gonna think that I'm fucking lying or some shit like that. And I'm just like, I'm gonna shake my head and fucking start crying, because you don't know me. You don't know me, and you don't know what I've been through with this shit, people. You have no idea what I've seen. You have no idea what I've seen. I've seen fucking helicopters that look like fucking military helicopters, and then all of a sudden they're flying, and all of a sudden they just disappear, go through a building, they just disappear. I remember seeing that shit, and I made a YouTube video a long time ago in my other channel. And guess what I got in my fucking comment section? Oh, I'm a pest. Because they knew exactly who the fuck I was. They know exactly what I was doing. I saw that shit. That's when I knew that I saw something in a different fucking dimension. Because it went into the building. I know it went to the building. You heard the helicopter, and then once it went to the building, look, this is the helicopter, this is the building. Helicopter went like this, and then I was like walking and shit, and then once I couldn't barely see the helicopter, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's going to be somewhere around the building or past the building and shit like that. Gone. Just gone. 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 What about the propellers? Did you hear it? Gone. Gone. I wasn't even trying to hear the propellers. I'm all like... The thing is, too, I even heard it, too. And then eventually it got cut off. That's why I was looking around. I'm like, it probably turned invincible. It probably did. It probably camouflaged. I wouldn't be surprised. And I mentioned that in my video too, and that's when I think someone pointed out that, oh, I'm a pest, like one of these mother wicked ones that's looking at my videos. I'm like, yeah, I should be a pest to you motherfuckers. I'm the worst motherfucker you will ever fucking meet. I should be a fucking pest to you motherfuckers. Okay? Every time you breathe, every time you move, if you can even fucking breathe, every time you move, I want you to realize that I am always fucking breathing down your fucking goddamn neck. Anytime that you do disgusting things to the planet or even children, I hope you get something in the back of your head that realize SqaWn is going to do 10 times worse to you. I'm going to just destroy every last fiber of you. These wicked ones don't deserve nothing. Okay? Right now,
they're killing each other off already. You know, they're fighting with each other and shit like that. You know? So when the shit does happen, guys, just remember, when the time does come for us to do what we need to do, then we will know. We will get that confirmation. We will see. We will see. Literally, we will see. And then we take this planet back. All right? It's our time. It is. It's our time. It's been our time for a while. And it's about damn time. Right? And we're not. Think about this. We are never going back to this stuff again. All of this, like, I don't have kids, but when I do have kids, my kids are not gonna witness all of this shit that these orcs made. They're gonna be like, what? You good at this? I know my nieces, my little niece, she'll probably barely remember. But my other niece, she probably barely remember too, because they're still young, they're still babies. But one of them will still remember a little bit as much of how her going to school and stuff like that, you know? But the other one probably won't, because she's still a baby and she hasn't even went to preschool or anything like that. So there's that. So, and the thing is too, like, you gotta be, you guys gotta know that you have to take your kids out of these schools, man. You do. You gotta take your kids out of these schools, because eventually, look, like, sooner or later, we're gonna have schools that are just for our people, anyways, and we don't have to worry about none of this fucking shit that these orcs are doing, anyways. So we'll be fine, you know. So I think that's it, guys. I just want to talk some of the stuff that I've been thinking about, and I want to show you this video too. So, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, all the things that I have literally said I have experienced, and I'm not lying about that whatsoever. I'm not. I'm really not. The shit that I mentioned and everything like that, the astroplaning to star constellation of Taurus and stuff like that. I even projected myself to Neptune, because my children live there. They're Neptunians. I call them Neptunians because they live there. And then all of a sudden, fucking, there's a video from Beyond 5D saying that no one never astro traveled over there, and I'm always there that you can't and shit like that. And I'm over here like, the fuck you smoking or talking about, dude? I visited there like at least twice or three times. I haven't went there in a while, but I went there three or two times, mainly because my star family's there. My children, my star children are there. Okay? I made them with carbon and silicone. I made them when these wicked beings came here and shit like that. I made them with Tiamat's blood and silicone. They're part of this planet originally. They left because of these fucking wicked ones, and they made their home in Neptune. Now, they're aquatic creatures and shit like that, and they have green eyes and green cheeks. They are fucking beautiful people. You will look at them, and from far away they look like metallic. You think they're a robot, but from up close, no, they're real. They're real. You can, yes, they're real. They're carbon people. All right, you can literally mate with them and shit like that if you're carbon, obviously. But yeah, they mate and everything, just like you and me. At one point they didn't, because these wicked beings fucked them up that bad. But I fixed it. I did. I fixed it. All right, I'm fucking. This is what they look like. All right, they look like this. This is what they look like. I remember having, the thing is too, when I got that memory clicked back in my head, I watched the Tron movies. And the two Tron movies resonated with me so much. The day that I dreamed, that day when I saw the Tron movies back to back, the first one and the second one, I had a dream about that. And I saw them, people. I saw them. I literally saw them. And I was just like, and I was just questioning that dream, just telling my higher self what did that dream meant and everything like that. And he was like, and my higher being told me you created them. And I was like, what? At first I thought they were AIs. No, they were just another race of beings. Alright? So that's pretty cool. When I found that out, I was just like, that's how I knew. I kept knowing more and more how powerful I am. I'm like, I created fucking beings. I created beings. Like how that's why I kept telling myself, how old is my soul? 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 And every time I question that, every time you question that, people, you will get that information. I've questioned that plenty of times, and I got that confirmation as fuck. That's how I know I'm an old soul. And plus, you want to know the first thing that you know your old fucking soul, ancient fucking soul, if you are the very first one that woke up from your fucking circle. That's something that I've learned since I got into this stuff. Since I got in tune with myself, since I awakened in 2012. It's funny too, because a lot of people that watch like Remedy H and Serious Temple, I'm not saying they woke up around that time or anything like that, but they started making videos around that time, like 2013 and stuff like that, which is kind of funny, you know? I woke up around 2012, and then all of a sudden these videos from 2013 started coming out, you know? So it just shows the timing. It just shows the who you are. You know, again, going back, you have to pay attention. When you pay attention to the puzzle and the pieces and the experience that you have, anyone can tell you fucking dumbass shit, and you can laugh at them in front of their face because it's not they didn't have the experience that you had. It's like, dude, it's like, okay, dude, yeah, whatever, you know? And then they want to get upset, and I'm like, dude, it's my experience. Your experience is different, and that's fine. Why you're so upset? You think I'm lying? No, I'm not lying. It's something that I experienced. If you are so tough, if you are, for example, if someone wants to try and go to the Neptunian thing, to Neptune in general, and they can't go, oh well, you're a fucking liar. There was a video out there that a guy just told you that no one can go up there, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? I have. So what does that tell you? That tells you that I can go there because my family's there. You can't go there because they don't know you. They know you're a brother or sister, but you can't go there because you're not me. The only people that can go there is me, them, or Mother Cosmos, Mother Kai, Mother Tiamat. She's the only one that can go there, and I am too. And again, them. But those are the only beings that can go there. For crying out loud, these orcs were making fucking articles about Neptune and shit like that. I'm like, are you orcs are trying to go to Neptune? Are you stupid? I'm saying that right now, you orcs. If you try to go to Neptune any way you can, you're stupid, first of all. Because if you even try to, they will literally annihilate you right off the bat. They know what you are. They know what you did. Right? They even pissed off that you made me forget who they are. They all pissed at you. You think I'm pissed? Oh, no. They will literally do bloodshed on you. They know exactly your tactic. They know exactly, and they know everything about you. For crying out loud, they know exactly who you were when you took our spaceships. They were like, yeah, that's them. And some of us didn't know. Some of them were like, dude, that's us. And then, they knew it. And I saw that shit. Like, it's funny that I'm talking about this now and I'm literally seeing it. See how these memories are coming back and flooding into you, man? Don't tell me this shit is not over. Don't tell me this shit. Man, seriously, man, just... I'll say this, sometimes when I think I'm not in tune and spiritual with myself, the universe just is like, no. How many times I have to show you this? It's usually my higher self, obviously. But sometimes, you know, don't have that doubt creeping in your mind, obviously. You know, just tell yourself this too. When that doubt creeps in your mind, just remember that these wicked beings are trying to have that doubt in your mind because they don't want you to be who you are. So remember, when that happens in your mind, that should give you more confirmation that you are, who you say you are. I love it, man. I love it, love it, love it. I love knowing thyself, man. I do, man. I fucking do. I do. Because when I know thyself, I'll never get that answer wrong. You know, like stuff that Roger Moore said about, you know, what about the whole orcs getting souls and shit like that. Obviously, like, lied to and shit like that. So when Serious Temple helped me out with that, I was like, thanks. And see, stuff like that, people can get lied about. But when you know thyself of this and here, of who you are and what you experience, no one's not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. Because if someone told me that they had a spiritual experience, I'm going to look at them like it's beautiful. You know, they might be scared of what the experience, what they have if they knew to it. But if they've been going through it and they haven't really told and they want to experience and they question more, they do what we're supposed to do, question more and research more and stuff like that. Then I think you'll be fine, man. You won't be scared of none of this stuff because if you saw stuff like Bobby Hemming and stuff like that, you will know that all of this dark stuff is supposed to be for you anyways. See, when it comes to blood, sacrifice and shit like that, that's how you know that's not us. It will never be us. Alright? It will never be us. That's why a lot of people always be like, oh, but you can't do that dark stuff. Why? You're just thinking about the blood stuff because that's what that's the mindset that they put you in. You're not thinking about the dark stuff that you can use with crystals or you having a wand and you being the basically the battery for that wand, kind of like you see in Harry Potter. Okay? So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, be safe, and know thyself, and pay attention. Pay attention. Get grounded with nature. Build. You know, if you are building, do what you can. If you're not, at least do anything you can. You know, it doesn't have to be something huge or gigantic. You know, eventually we will get to that point anyways. You know, but if you can do that, then you could do that. You know, don't worry about it because we're gonna have other brothers and sisters here that are gonna help us with that anyways when all of the shit is done. So don't worry about it. We'll be fine. You know, so we'll all as carbon people will be fine. Okay, and the carbon people that think that we won't be fine because all the shit that they believe in that these orcs are saying, look, let them believe what they ever want to believe. Some of them might make it, some of them might not. It's just a fact, man. You know, if they once this stuff does happen and they realize the fact, they have two options: either don't accept it or accept it. You can't hide the moon, you can't hide the sun, and you can't hide the truth. I'll see you.